It's Layla, 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 Layla. I'm watching Layla, 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 Layla. You're watching Layla, 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 Layla. And we're watching Layla, 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 Layla. Lynn TV.
What's up, you guys? So recently, comedian Flame Monroe's interview with The Breakfast Club went viral for the things that she said about the trans community that were outside of the norm of what we normally hear from members of the trans community. So if you're familiar with Flame Monroe, then you know that she is a transgender woman and she's also a comedian. And she had a chance to sit down with The Breakfast Club and do an interview to promote a special that she's on Netflix. Tiffany Haddish presents They Ready, where Tiffany Haddish is presenting, I believe it's 4 or 5 other female comedians, including Flame Monroe. Well, Flame used that opportunity on The Breakfast Club to tell jokes, and some of those jokes seem to hurt members of the LGBT community, specifically the trans community. Well, I wanted to get into this topic and dig a little deeper, and I do have someone who's going to be in conversation with me today. I have with me JZidor. Now, JZidor is one of the final male contestants on season 13 of American Idol. He was in the top 10 male contestants, and he's an openly gay singer and songwriter.
So, hey Lynn, hey. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, how I feel about the Flame Monroe situation. Pretty much, I understand where she's coming from, because sometimes when you're passionate about a specific situation, it can kind of come up like you're like force feeding people to understand it. Because some people we have to realize people are just naturally ignorant. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And
right, and I think that it's not necessarily force feeding it, because there are laws that are being created to erase trans people, from work, from the military, etc., etc. So it's not like what trans people and all of us, all our gay asses, we're just trying to live, and I kind of feel like
literally trying to live.
Literally,
yeah.
and once she's an older statesman of the LGBT community, and so she's dealt with it from a different standpoint. I think with this new generation, this new crop of millennial gays, we ain't taking the bullshit. Like period, poo. Like we're not having it, and I think that we're going to fight for it, because I mean you can be nice so many times, you can be respectful so many times, and that really don't get you a lot of places, and that's from personal experience. And it's not really you say, no motherfucker, you're not gonna keep harassing me. It's all of a sudden now I'm the problem, or we're the problem.
Now, one thing that stuck out to me, and Flame Monroe might have been joking, she might not have been, but it stuck out to me that she said that she was a female impersonator, because she also said she identifies as a transgender woman. And I thought that definition was pretty cut and dry. Like, a transgender woman is someone who transitioned, someone who was born a male and transitioned to a female. And to hear her say that she considers herself a female impersonator, which is specifically different from what I'm used to hearing transgender women call themselves, that let me know, okay, the word transgender, that term is also an umbrella term, and so it encompasses different types of transgender women, including female impersonators.
It's think about it like work. Like when you see a transgender person like T.S. Madison, for instance, who I shout out to T.S. Madison, of course. And if you see her, she's what you would call a full-time transgender person.
Yeah.
A person who cross-dresses or does drag would be somebody you would consider a part-time.
And I also was surprised, just as a viewer, just minding my business, just watching The Breakfast Club, I was surprised to see a member of the transgender community tell so many jokes about transgender people and calls transgenders by so many slurs. I was just surprised at the comedic nature of the whole interview. It seemed like the whole interview was a joke, and it just surprised me. Maybe it shouldn't have surprised me because she's a comedian.
I feel like we've lost in America. I feel like we lost the art of like being tongue in cheek. I think when she was saying, I think she was just joking. Like, she's a comedian, so with comedians, you take them serious, but you don't really take them serious. So I think that she identifies. I think that she's more, to me, at least when I see. Well, because there are videos of her outside of the costume, but she still has breasts, and I don't know, but I feel like this. I went to a organization back at home in Miami called Pride Lines, and there we always talked about identity, because identity is such a huge, part of like living. And I think identity isn't for me, it's for you. Mm-hmm. It's for when I come into your space and you see me, just respect what I call myself. If I'm a transgender person and I'm coming and I'm in a straight bar, don't make me. You already can tell what it is. You already know what it is. Don't make me feel uncomfortable in that space. Right. And disrespect what I bring to the table, because at the end of the day, when you're straight people who are around gay people aren't around gay people all the time. At least I don't assume so. So while we're in the same space, just have some respect and some civility,
So I'm curious if you think that Flame Monroe should have took that opportunity on the Breakfast Club with so many people watching. Do you think she should have took that opportunity to tell jokes and be funny and basically sell herself without really making any forward movement for the transgender community?
Yes and no. Yes, for obvious reasons. No, because that's not her zhizh. She's not a political figure. She's a comedian. Okay. And we have other people out there that kind of can be the representation. I think we need more nuances. We need people like a Flame Monroe who's going to lighten up the situation. I think a lot of people in America and across the world, we're like very tense. I don't know if it's because we have the orange-faced goblin in the White House, or we're so uncomfortable and so uneasy. But I think we need a person like Flame to add that nuance, so you can see that. When you see a transgender person, you see variety.
Okay, so you feel like she doesn't have to represent for all transgender women. That's not her job. She's just there to be herself, but she's not necessarily representing for all transgender women.
Right. I think she's definitely one. She's one of the members of Destiny Child.
Is she Michelle, Kelly, Beyonce, Latavia?
Listen, I don't know. Listen, if anybody's gonna be Beyonce, it's gonna be me, okay? Anyway.
But people shouldn't use her as an example of all transgender women.
I think that she definitely represents. I just think she just one perspective of the representation.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So where can people follow you? What are your social medias? And tell us what you have going on that the people can get into.
Oh, honey, I got a lot of things that people can get into, honey, but that's going to be a fee if you catch the drip. No, I'm joking.
Fee. I heard that.
I have 2 amazing singles that are currently out right now. They're called What Is Love, What Is Trust, featuring OG 2100. You guys are going to love that song, especially if you're a little heartbroken right now. And then for those people that are in love with a significant other, I have another song called All About You. It's very summery, very vibey, very Miami, Florida, very all that. And I have a new single called The Way You Make Me Feel, which will be released on the 16th of December. So 12/16 is the release date. And I have a show coming up in January. You can check my Instagram out for ticket information here in Atlanta. And I'm just excited, just trying to book more interviews, trying to get my name back out there. A lot of people do remember me. Oh, my Instagram, yes. Thank you for looking out for a brother. Yes, oh yes. My Instagram is JZidor Music. It's JZidor Music on all the platforms. You can guys please follow my Facebook page. I'm trying to get my numbers up on my Facebook page and on my Twitter. my Instagram. I'm trying to get my numbers up on all of them. I prefer if I had to pick one, I would prefer Instagram because I love pictures and I love watching people videos and all the other stuff. So I do prefer Instagram a little bit more. But just follow me. Everything is JZidor Music. That's JZidor Music.
All right.
And yeah, more interviews for next year, and definitely more live shows for sure.
Okay.
I definitely want to just because I really appreciate that. I really, really do, and I want your fans to know the kind of woman you are because you took a chance. You took a chance on a person with little to no name, and you do have a huge following. I'm the reason why I'm so confident for next year is because of situations like this. And I just want your fans to know the kind of woman you are and like how you helped the brother out, how you looked out for me, and I just really, really appreciate that. And yeah, man, you just don't know how much you did for me, and this definitely gave me a fuel to keep pushing in 2020 for sure.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That goes right here to the heart. I appreciate that so much.